Welcome to the show.
I like to go to the shop to buy bread. When you buy bread, you need to buy butter, eggs, jam.
But I feel like information you can more
Exactly, Maria. When can I get share? No, but
Mara strictly business. Le sa phone le swenya batho le na man.
business fela. I wanna go on to.
Yeah, I wanna go well.
Sorry. Mzomnyama ahlanganene.
Went right.
In 3 years to come, 4 years to come. Mtori range. It will be big. Dumela Mbabuhi, uwile mushimano la wa touchline. Welcome to Charity Podcast. Ke mushimano la wa touchline charity esli hore e dila ka sports. Re dila ka sports re na mo. Ke le bodiso gore na yitso vuta. Di legend do nna di tla so, di tla mona so, di tla so. No one ke na le a legend mo thogoleng na mona mo. A se legend fela, ke legend, ke coach, ke sports analyst. In the simplest way, Ngamusa, the face of football, the ambassador of football. How fitla mona fela, how nyaka reo. Mara I guess ka isenya. Ena e tla rena kwa ha etla a te tlhalosa gore ena ke ena mang o tswa ko kae eng. Se nna ba nkisitseng gore moeng wa rena o trainer di tlhopha tsa go tshwana le bo Wits University, bo Jomo Cosmos, bo Arcadia, bo Marisburg. Reo o tletse ka talente e leng mo yena mona mo e tletse e re ke ska motsela jo mafoko ke pushetse nna ke tlileng ka tsona mona mo stress ene hona le tournament maybe le mmone re matšhene na tlile mona mo a re botsa ka matšhene charity o boletse gore ena le mafapha ena le the department so hona le department ya di food givers hona le ya sports mme ke ile ka ya kwa ka yo bohela tournament ya bona ya sports ga ke fitla kwa ke tlhakane le di legend tse ile gore is ne di le teng ke legend engwe e le motoko le namo ka tlhakana le bo Serero nteng khatlileng ka themba mothimunye ile Saturday ke le kwa ke boletse le ena se le ka buisana le ena as a legend because of her the legend her fitla fela ra bolela ile ke ntse fela a tla monna re o ka wili ne es legend temba mtimunye la mwitsi a re ka e bona tournament e thomile mar tournament e hloka di ball ka re banong e roetsa byang ambotsa re no e tla re ka bosane a starta a yo reka ball because of team ya ine le teng na coach team e ba reng ke classic awa the next day I think it is Sunday o tsa sela atla a rekile mona bela temba well done re batla di legend tso tshwana le wena brayaka ba ska re ba bona metsi a dutla ba tsheya metsi a dutla ra thiba so wano ke a leboha so di team tse ile go di finaleng Nele Mohela United e tshameka le Mosjin Mohela United e khone go tlola Mosjin ka dino di le 4-0 and then hona le tournament e ngwe hape ko Stemvatere e leng ya Aaron Maluleka nele ya di Masters Aaron ra leboha hele khona go etsa di tournament go hae kwa then di pholo tsa teng di tsamaile so Pupula 1 and pull together 0. TFC 4, Yarona 0. Kodi final en re bone Pupula I wina ka 2-0. So nerere Aroni ra leboha hele sa bola bolo mo le sa bolo e tswele pele. Well done. Re wela hapa ke rena re ka mo le kamo ke soka re ka mo le kamo hona le engwe hona le league engwe ya go tshwane league hanshi itsamaka ke di Masters ke di legend me ba mthumetse dipholo tsa teng di tsamaso Google 2 Bapong 1 Bele 1 stress 0 ish ke tshepa ebe nasting hape baby o blind ka di final phase Winterfeld 1 Itusen 0 Mercato 0 Joe Masters okay e ke tla bua mo yona 2 for Joy 0 Somo 0 Dipoli 1 Chipa 0 Ace 1 Cosmos 1 Oliver and Real Masters yeah the legend breeds
okay.
Owner at 0 Sunotem 3 GG2 Clepart 0 Red Onion 0 Madidi 2 before you get a pause so okay Winterfell Mercado 0 Joe Masters 0 so banung e ke na le problem le team ya go bapong mar e coach ara o tla re tlhalosetsa nna ke tsile go sere legend ke lose our face of football ka re bo so team he jewa 2 weeks bothata ke eng mar e re tla boela mona go yona mona ke di result tsa Tshwane Masters ra le wa Tshwane Masters he di dirisana le rena charity podcast so banung okay tsa di result di fela mo ke di result tsa this week eske wole tsore nna ke na le moyeng o ena o tla tlhalosa moyeng o wa rena o eskrile ke coach a se coach fele or ke a switch the ball le ka mangwa mara okay a ke ska papa o tla tlhalosa ena okay se ke se itse ngore ke o te ka se di tlhobo tsa o tshwana le bo Vetse bo Jomo Cosmos le bo Marisburg go ya ka nna e re banong ke mokentse re le kaina
re teng
podcast e motlotlo ene re proud gore ne he re o bitsa o tlile wa senyatse wa tla mona mo wa tlo utlwa gore ne ke eng e bileng ke bona le khapo mara a ke ska phapa tse tsona a wa di tlile mona fela di tlo re bontsha right ke rato go tsa batho ke re stopo ke re super naked ne o ka se re nna ke na le fela machine ke sa e bone ke swantse e ke bone ra o ka ba botsa ra ke mang o tswa ko kae goreng a tlile mona over to you
all right ka re bo habara wisba ka lebitso ke Lucas Jabulani Siemise leo ke a le mo ID ke ona le mo ID but popularly known as Jero ke rata go leboga the invite as I always say the charity podcast ke a leboga for gore le nnente le recognize what you are trying to do mo high especially when coming to sports so babu we go high le bona ne ke ram here as coach Jero to talk about football in general in our community especially in our community to also talk about the tournament e tle be re hosta ka di holidays it will be played tomorrow under 11 ya bana ba di under 11 tomorrow I'm here to talk about that especially like I said more importantly I'm here to just to show or maybe be able to aware about what is happening in our development clubs hona mo local ke a leboga
thank you re Jero we say we see our face at or Jero wa bolo how ta Mr. Semona the face the Oscar Chava the face of football the ambassador hero reta how ta mo stress mo how ta mo Jero o fe wa bolo ola and re o go na le ntong a ka e bone mo tournamenteng ya top 80 90% nearly the team is high nearly the player tsa high se ena a di tlisitseng ile a development ya high re Jero wa bolo or ke reng face or ambassador so o ka re botsa gore the achievement tsa how ke eng se le o thoma this foundation ke sure Jero wa bolo a se fela He got a big thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, ke a leboha bra Whisper. And then thank you for the reminder. I remember last time when I was in the podcast, they made sure ke botse batho. Ke ska chaba ke rata go rekisa lefoko ke sa chaba ke botse batho. Ke tlohetse the last time and ke a o leboga. Today I have to mention it. I'm also the chairperson of Jero Bolo Foundation, and Jero Bolo Foundation in a makethlonyana yona e irang e bereka ka charity but also works ka dilo tsa sports. So I'm also the chairperson of Jero Bolo Foundation e leng hore e deala ka ho rana di tournament mo high, but also under the umbrella ya Jero Bolo we have a football club that is called Yestress Downs Football Club. As a coach, and thank you, as a coach of this Yestress Football Club, our achievements are big. And then we are trying now football club Mara, we have managed to produce about 10 to we've managed to produce players that can play professionally. So the reason I'm here to talk about what we've been doing in our community.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the first player under our achievement as Yestress Down Football Club, as Coach Jero. And another thing again, also I'm a qualified football coach with a D license.
Well done.
Sometimes we forget because people must also know. I don't know. So yeah. So we have managed to produce players to play professional. I can even name them even when I'm sleepy. The first player that we've produced that played for Orlando Pirate Development and also played for Polokwane City. I know most of them, they know him around Mokasi Arena. He played for Orlando Pirate Development and then he also played in the NFD for Polokwane City. The second player, Abraham Ngobo, he played. That one played for many clubs. I know he started playing development for Mamelodi Sundowns. He played for Bombela United. He played for Utangoti, and these are NFD clubs. He played for Pretoria Kellys. He played and he's still playing right now. Currently, he was under Leruma United. Leona is NFD, but it was relegated. He played for Highbury. Leona is in NFD. Born and bred here. Our own player is a goalkeeper. He was groomed here in Yestress Downs Football Club by Coach Jero. The other one will be Penyo Tou. He played Varsity Cup for Tax.
Okay.
Yeah. But hence I get another explain or where are they now? He also played for Tax, and then we also have as I said, we have also Kahiso Muguni. Currently he plays for the Rumo Lions. He is in ABC, but he's in the books of Orbit that has been Orbit the player that I'm talking about. He is their player. They loaned him to the Rumo Lions. He was also loaned to Pirates DDC. He played Pirates DDC last season. He was part of the team Black Label All Stars. He played Libokuni. And he started the game. He was part of that team. Kaisom Guni. Yes, one of my boys that played in my team from the under 11, 13, 15, 17. Liena groomed in the dusty street of Yestress, from Yestress Downs. Kaisom Guni. And then again, we have Kaelo Mononyani. Kaelo Mononyani plays for Mamelodi Sundowns Development. Currently also promoted to DDC right now. He played for the national team AFCON. He was part of the team that played AFCON under 17 Morocco. He was part of that team under 17. Kaelo Mononyani. Honaga under 17 years. Currently no that much. We also have Tsepang Pet. He was also part under 17 Mamelodi Sundowns, but currently now he plays for Hamaskaral Academy. And then we also have Kisalevali, we also have Biganyo Skele. Liane was part of Mamelodi Sundowns development, but he's also ko Hamaskara Academy. So I hope I got miss anyone or maybe we can mention him. Around we also produced players that played for ABC League, or like there are many, and then they come from here from Yestras Downs. So I hope lebaba bohetsing aga lebala ba bang if ko lebetse sorry no harm intended, just I know I've produced a lot of players, so I hope everybody, I've mentioned everybody, because like I said, babang they play ABC, babang I understand. Yes, so I hope I got miss anyone.
Okay. Languta Hekiri, face of football, the ambassador of football, Kibrelaka Jero wa ball. Jero, honalengwe before okay, Timmy o konkarile bo motsepe o wine di trophy tse dintsi man refe man Oscar team refe as a coach okay development ra bona well done lwena ne as a coach o konkarile me bra o re botse tse ileng hore wa di hopola letseng if you lo hona le a player or the face of football amolebetse la bona ntwe ba le ke podcast go tletse thata mona ke di tournament ku coach ku organizer ke awa bana minele jo motso metsi Jero re botse on o concrete bo motsepe eng di medal tsa mo se ke di ka tla room e yotlhe mo da so the lead team ile ro ke ha ena di medal re ka tsara ro so re botse tswela pele ke a lebo
bravisba sometimes like I keep saying, and then ki nagir ki thusa ke hore batho ba bang ba mo hae ba le ngore ba re mentora ba irang ba rata ho mpotsa hore ki tlwele ho ba modest about what I've done, because sometimes in nna ke na lo no tswa mo yona kre ke no right, it's okay, maybe ke the community re nna mo yona we especially personal, I've done a lot for football as a coach o khumile engwe o re bo motsepe without not mentioning Yestras Downs only. I've also coached club go ABC and SAP. I was an assistant coach go Moritele Ghana, that was playing ABC Motsepe. I was also an assistant coach go touch football, it was playing SAP. So those are the things. Yeah, we've played against Bobo Obi while I was the coach there. The personal achievements, there is this tournament I'll never forget in my life. Because locally, I've won everything. Locally as a coach, under LFA, Arenaya Hamaskara Local Football Association, I've won everything. I've also been the head coach of Halfa. Being the head coach, we are the squad, Hamaskara representing Hamaskara around Swan as a whole. And then also as a coach of Yestras Downs. There was this tournament that was introduced by Mamelodi Sundowns. I always mention this one because this was one, for me, it was my highlight as a coach. Because that tournament was big. That's where we're winning a lot of money. And I get how much we're winning at that time. Just that I always tell people, I'm not good with years. I'm not good with multiply. I'm not good at math. That's what one thing I always tell people. In years. Sometimes I even forget my years. I understand. So there's this, I'm gonna just more achievements. I just explain this one. There was this tournament that was organized by Mamelodi Sundowns to the LFA Tsamutswan by Mamelodi Sundowns Club Championship. When you win in our community, or the overall winner still local, if maybe can winner Halfa ke Hamaskara Local Football Association can win. I'm going to represent Halfa. Kokopanale all the clubs that win go Mamelodi, go Treshville, go Soshanguve. That's why Tswane as a whole. Before I even go and explain to you, I'm the only coach around Swan. I'm the only coach who has won that tournament 3 times. And then 2 times as a head coach here the squad. I've won that tournament 3 times. I'm the only coach in Swan that has won that tournament three times.
Three
Ki winner habedi ke under 17, ki winner ka under 19. More Tshwane. And then if you've won that tournament, it means you have beaten everyone in Tshwane because udlala le di champions tsa around Tshwane. So everybody, because if I've won, it means beatile somebody go Soshanguve, somebody go Mabopane, somebody go Atreshville, Tlapa go Mamelodi, Tlapa go Olivene, Tlapa go Kai. We've won that tournament. We win the first prize under 17 nearly 30,000. Under 19, I remember it was 40. So Neki winner in the coming years, but I've got the trophies. Next time again, this charity podcast Kiamo High. Next time when I come, I'm gonna bring those trophies. Those are my highlights. When you talk about producing players and what, because as a coach, you always want to compete and check yourself. What gauge? How far can you go as a coach against other top coaches? I understand. So yes, I've also played that. It's just that my only Achilles tendon, that one has always been the playoff. I've never won the playoffs, but I've went there. But I've never won the playoffs because the playoff is when you win, you go to the SAP. I've been there, but that one is I've been there, but I've never won them. And then while I'm busy, there's why I wanna explain this thing. Club championship.
Thank you.
The reason why I mention too much it is because honestly, through this tournament, they are always painful to me. Sometimes when I think about football in general in our community, I remember when I won that tournament, when we were going to receive the check, Motsepe decided, Mr. Motsepe, the real president of Sundowns, called us. I'll never again forget, because Southern Sun, go Pretoria, and I want to give those teams or those coaches the money myself. So we were giving the VIP tickets to go there in town. We went there. Mtwe Elongor also explain about football high because also the reason why I talk about football high, it's also the research that I've done. High. That Motsepe narify the check and then about or what you're going to do with the money. What pains me about football, yes, we received maybe we received those money. It helped. We reconnect affiliate in a league, reconnect soccer kids, like those kind of things just for the club. But remember, football or Chelete League about 80,000 still. You do maybe the Brian and Mola for all or what always stand out as the highlight. It is because Ndate Motsepe said to me, when we went there, I believe I was the youngest owner of a football club, youngest coach who won that tournament. He wanted to know why, as a youngster like this, what is it that I'm doing good in our community as a youngster? Football. He mentioned two people. I was so surprised. He mentioned two people. Those people, what are they doing in my community? Basantus. And then this one, I'm sorry, podcast, the charity podcast. I can't mention their names. I know. These are big people. I don't want to be controversial. There are two people who are mentioning, and they are still alive in our community. So I was so surprised from that. He asked me, to help me in my community. Why can't they just come? Two people. One, people know him very well. The other one lives in our home. He's a political person. But I was so surprised from Motsepe meet. He asked those questions. I said, they know me. I told him they know me personally, but I don't know why they are not helping. So yes, those are the achievements as a coach. Like I say, I'm not trying to be arrogant or what. Locally, I've won everything. I've won anything. I see you win. I've won everything. The league. I remember there was a year where I was winning maybe 3 times in a row. While I was winning the league under 13, 15, 17, and senior team, winning the league this year next year. That he winner all the time. So I've won everything as a coach. So that is why sometimes when I see the up and coming coaches, but I look at them, but be honest, I've done it before. You can come here and say, hey, this guy, what? I've done it. Now I'm here to say, I've done it. More and more, I've done it. That is why when there's a coach, to see what, or anybody about my advice, I'm willing to help. Now, if you come to me, I'm willing to. And then I'm also proud to say, the coach are there, and then I'm going to mention them. Go site we've got running Lelaki. They are running a football that is called Running Football Club. Go Marigana, we have Coach Ghana. He's running Marigana Arsenal. This side on a mobile ground because of the clinic, you will have to say it ground. Ronaldo and Mobile King Kak. Coach Yester's Rovers. That side I have 3. Neranale Omung Barke Coach Paul Batley, and I know, but I know it's issue of support. F3. Then who I miss? Okay, the same Rapel Ornale, Coach Mabiza. These are the coaches that are trying their level best. Osama football, all of them that I've mentioned, they can come here and tell you. Whenever they go with our team, they ask for advices, and I was there to help. Kisna Matata, willing to help them. Babang, I will help them to register their clubs on the league. They wanted to know how to register teams on the league. I'll go and help them register the teams in them. And most of them are registered on the leagues. Like I understand. I've helped them. So, like I'm saying, it's not a question of being arrogant, but I'm saying, if people are willing to come and ask us, we are here to help. I hope I got no.
So coach Rena Charity Podcast ra leboha go okono tamuli achievement tsa hao o fiti. So what are the challenges? Okay, no one can run a team under 11, 17, 21. So the challenges they because of it's difficult to run a team. So the challenges still
there are a lot. And then I'll mention them because people must know. You never know. Maybe I get in this post.
That's why you are here.
Yeah, somebody maybe I touch here. And then again, when I talk about football, I'm like, get over collective. Collective about everything. How important about the challenges. I'm gonna also mention the very same coaches. These are the challenges. And then I'm gonna go back a bit now. I've watched a podcast how last time there was a legend here that talked about football Mohai, and then I noted I did some my own notes about what was said in that podcast last time. I also want who me are aware as our legend of what is happening, because I felt like there were things that he was missing. More in the sense challenges that we were having. For example, let me start with my club. Kenale under 11, under 13, under 15, under 17, and senior team. If you check divisions, almost each division has got about 20-something players. You can count, let's say 25. If 25 is 50, and then it's 100. Then it's 125. Almost we are dealing with 200 kids. And then my club is campaigning in the league that is called Halfa League. Halfa League, we play most of our games away around Hamaskara. The first major problem is the transport issue. This one without without the support of the parents or anybody in the community, this one because you'll have a team under 13, under 13 about 20, about 10 players, but are from underprivileged home. They are very poor at home. They are very poor. You can't do and then sometimes the transporters problem 60, but the money doesn't correspond. Second one is the issue of kid. Where do you get the money to buy the soccer kit? For banabo botlhe ba pare ba felelle kit ba ire. Where do you get the affiliation? Right now affiliation for the whole year is 3,200 for all the divisions. Where do you get that money if you don't have any sponsor? Ne? Again, we have kids that don't have soccer boots. What are you going to do? Because the league is like a soccer boots. So those challenges get on a but again, to a challenge now I feel like the community need, and I've tried my level best, it need the education, especially not even the community, our parents. The parents they need the education about what happens in football. And then modern footballer today, about a challenge. Or everyone I always tell, the parents meeting explain them. There's nothing we can do without money. But we need money for so if the parents are not going to support our kids, then we go back to what I heard when we say the senior players, the senior players, but the senior player at Galball. In a nutshell, I cover and I say guys are research. I to research about why we don't have senior players. Why we don't have senior players in our. You go well back and explain.
Okay.
There's a gap and a gap between players 2000, not 2000, between the players 92 and 95. Those players are supposed to be the senior players are not no. And I'll explain why you don't see them in football.
Thank you.
I'm gonna explain why. And then let's jump in because I've realized that people are jumping into conclusion and are saying they're mentioning what these players are drinking beer, batla bolong banule ala the masters. The research that we have done with these players, there was a chance, the player between 88, 89. And 90, 91, 92, 93, but the players they were getting opportunities to move and get professional contracts. In that moment, those players, the very same senior players. I can tell you those players who professional. It never went. Sharp. As we always say, professionally, not all players will play professional. We develop and reads. Mara, if a player upper late. Then what decide? This boy Walwe, senior player, between that age, senior players from 90 or maybe from let's say 89 who become 95 or so because I know that group I said most of them. At the moment where they tried football, Basami was professional. It never worked. Basami did try. They did try. Basami did try. And then there's no support. No one is supporting them. Then they have to decide. There's a point where you have to decide now. Here, I'm not doing well with football. What must I do? Let me go the route.
Okay. Yeah.
Nah, you go the route. Baban they go the route. Ya school. Haba feto ya school babang baba shapogos girl. Baba shapogom meroko. It means these boys they are not going to play football. They're not going to play football. Then, Baida, can you blame them for going to work by overreka but to hit the ball? You can't. Now most of them that I know, but they've left football. It's not a problem. They've left football. It's okay. Mara, they are not we are not saying everybody. Mara, na for me majority. And they are married. Then I'm gonna ask this question when you are watching the Masters. By emphasize, I've always seen this code ground. By emphasize, we are here, we are watching Masters. Masters. When they are supposed to play. In that weekend, they are off. But they hard. They buy beers. Weekend. Is there a time? Weekend. It's not like I have a problem. How they talk about them. If you are saying during the week about their life, then yes, that one I can agree. Majority of the players that I know, during the ba bereka bafana bao during the week ba ile ba ska boela bolo ba re ba tshaba re batho ba tlo hetse bolo. No, and then most of them now, and then I don't want to mention their names bafana. Most of them I know bophelo ba bona bo straight. The weekend that's what I'm batlo re boela ba tlile boela bolo. It shows re ba rata bolo ba tlile ba banga ba sa nna le ba phaka dikoloi tsa bona mola ba tlile ba tlo boela bolo. So they allow how one responsible. I said that. I'm not saying, I'm not encouraging more people must drink beer. But I have a problem, especially today. I'm gonna be brutal to the masters people. They are not supporting us. They are not supporting anybody. Mara, they are ready to criticize the young boys and say these senior players are not playing football. Yes, they are not playing football because they are working. They tried. Baba Zamile this football thing. Then Baba Zamile football. Since okay, I feel like Ogara Baba Tlahure. It's not a problem. And then football, it duplicates life. Whatever is happening in life, it's also happening in football. Football is less psyche. It has strength. There is why in football we have what we call the golden generation. Cannot wear a golden generation. If it's your time to have the golden generation, it means at that time you have the talent, you have the best players. That golden generation, there's a psyche. At the time, professional, they don't play professional. It stops there. Yeah, I am. And then, whatever that comes after that, it means no one will play professional. And it will then, as football coaches, the development coaches, we start. Again, that golden generation is gone now. We are starting to groom those that. So now, yes, I agree. The masters I agree on. We don't have the senior players. Mara, it's not a bad thing. It's not we don't have the senior players because by the golden, it has moved. The development players, the senior players. For now, we don't have senior players. But I can make an example about my team. The generation under 17, under 17, these are going to be the senior players. These are players that are very good. They're going to be Mara Lebona. Life here, no. That's why I always say the masters, now I'm to them. The masters or our legends, they must not talk about this issue of saying life has changed. Yeah, life is not all about football now. Sometimes there's a point where one must decide. Football I'm trying. And then Lerena, Bafana, under 11, under 13, we tell them not everyone will play professional football. Not everyone. Mara, we are happy when we see now most of my boys, like I'm saying, I can see they're working very well. I'm gonna go back again. One of the players that I mentioned, this one I can mention his name. One of the players that I'm gonna mention is because this is a very good one again. It's a very good example. Peño, who I said was playing for Tegis. Varsity Cup. We were watching him in the TVs. He was playing for Varsity Cup. Not an school over the keys. And people don't know about these things. Because we talk. I get like we discuss. I even went and find him an agent. He tried football wise. But there was a point where we sat down and coach, I sharp Mara, nothing is happening. Then we come to school, we school. He decided to pursue education. We pursue education. Today is a teacher. He's working, he's a teacher. Then when he comes to weekend, the actual castle line. Are you going to say this boy? No, our masters must stop with this thing. Our players, the senior players are drinking beer. No. We can't play football forever. Okay, we appreciate them. They are still playing football. We appreciate them. They are here. But Habaska Moka, the boys, most of these boys are working. And they're working for their families. They've got kids with them. Football. But now they come on weekend because the only football thing, is the Masters League. Yes. So they will come and watch. It's not like they don't want to play football. Maybe somebody will say, Bafanaba, check them, they don't play football. But it's weekend off. So I'm trying the masters about more issue. They have to blame these boys and say Bafanaba, the golden generation has moved. The very same senior players about Nyaka. How about the Tusa? Because I believe the masters, they are all about themselves. They are not. For example, I can go and say the coaches that are my question to the masters players. What are you doing if you're not F1? Is there anything that you are doing to help Bafana F1? Okay, the coach is dealing with F1. The coach is running the lucky Lemabis. Are you doing anything to help them? The masters, South America. Are you doing anything to help Bafana that side? Because when you have knowledge, you've played football, you have knowledge. What are you doing? Are you waking up in the morning and saying, Coach, I'm here to help you with training these boys? Or Coach, Kiti, get right like a quad. As they are saying, but the money masters get right, Mama, not halabol. Help. I'm not saying they must keep out their money, but yeah. Are you asking those scouts? Not even scouts. Are you asking those former professional players about the talent that we have? Is because they don't see the talent. The very same masters, they are not interested in talking to us. They feel like they're doing nothing. And then when you ask, and then I'm saying, I'm gonna say, I apologize again. I'm gonna be brutal about this thing. When I say we have produced players to play professional, they don't see us. They don't. So it's sad. So I'm saying to them, come and help us. Come, knowledge. You've played football for a long time. You have knowledge. You have played football. Coach Kupela, just to help you one day and come and train these boys. Yo, I'll be proud. Because now the players that we have also more high. For example, I always talk to we call him nickname Mikeroko. I always talk to Luken, who plays for Golden Arrows. I always talk to Sepo Mabua. That are playing professional right now. Yeah. I always talk to them every day. When I talk, you know what, they don't get the chance. When I talk about them, I always tell them they must come and inspire these boys. They must inspire these boys. So our masters must stop with this thing of criticizing and not helping.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I understand. Yeah, I can go a long way when I talk about it. And then I've also, I don't know if I'm going far. You are allowing me. Please allow me. Yeah, please allow me. Yeah, please allow me. So, like I said, they must stop. They must come and assist us. How about Baraboots? I don't want to have knowledge. How about the Baraboots? For their side, I'm gonna say this again. Most of them, they don't do the research about life and football.
Yeah.
Football, the masters must not be competitive. It must not be competitive. They are at a level where they must play to keep fit. But their league is very competitive, and they are proud to say League Yabona is very competitive. Now, let's go back again. Now I'm going to put science in football because now I'm a modern coach. I know about this thing. I'm going to put science into football. At their age, they are not supposed to play competitive football. They must not compete. They must play to keep fit, meaning they must enjoy themselves. How many players are dying in the field of play, even in their league? And again, like I'm saying, I keep apologizing because the truth hurts. I keep apologizing. How many players are dying in the field of play? Even in the doctors football, they're doing this research to check why are players dying. Even there, like I'm saying, in their Swani league, I see they are always rest in peace. It is because they are not checking the lifestyle also. They are not supposed. Their hearts right now. You can't tell a masters to run from that maybe Poliagantela and that Poliagantela. Yeah. This is what they are doing because they are very competitive. Ne? But it's Strafa health-wise. Okay. They are not supposed to do that. They are not supposed. But because, for me, they are ignorant about these things. That is why, again, Ramagalabar, this guy was healthy. Do you know that this guy was playing the Masters every week? He was healthy. He just died in his sleep. He passed away. Because they are not, for me, they don't do research. I will check what is happening. Let them enjoy football. They've played competitive football for a long time. We know them. So they must never play football to be Marawana know they are proud to say our league is very competitive. They are not supposed to be competitive. Again, Brawisba, I also saw a research about water. The amount of water we must drink as players. If I can go to the masters and ask them, when you play, during the game you are playing, how many liters are you drinking? Why are you drinking those liters? They don't know. And then water is good, but it can be harmful. And they don't know about that. Okay. They don't know. or it can be also harmful. When you drink a lot of water while you are playing football, it also affects. That's why when the science and what they must do this one I'm going to tell them when they're watching this podcast, they must go and do research about the amount of water they must drink while they're busy running. And then again, like as I'm saying, but the staff are health wise. So they must stop with this thing of saying, we are competitive. These boys are not playing football. We are competitive. Let them play to have fun. I'm registered under TFC as a masters. I play. But because I'm coaching Donatenya, I only go there when I have time. And then I coach in that TFC. He will tell you when I'm there. Now I enjoy myself. I enjoy myself. There's no need to be competitive. But they are so hell bent on being competitive. Like I say, I made a practical example. Water. I understand. There's a moment where they must not, because it's also harmful to their kidneys or the liver because they are running and drinking a lot of water. Then the fact that you are thirsty a lot, it shows or there's something wrong in your body. But they are not doing this research. I'm sorry to say, they are not doing the research. Rena as coaches now, that is why this thing about coaching education. You must go there, root about these things. That is why also a football coach today must have the licenses. The highest body A, body pro license and what. You must have those things so that you can know at the level. At least now, leave first aid to send away heat. You must have an idea when a player gets injured in the knee. You must have an idea. I was discussing this thing. Yeah, injury. Go Sundowns. What we call an ACL. There's an injury. Football players, they will tell you. It's something in the knee. I don't know if it's a muscle or something, but they call it. There's an MCL and ACL. Okay. Yeah. So the ACL, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not forgetting, an ACL is something in the knee. Oh. Yeah, Luena, Mr. Podcaster, I'll say after this one, go and do research on it. That boy is injured on the ACL. Oh. There's a grade 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, it's great. It's a grade 3 ACL. It's just a tear, not a tear. It's just what way it is. Those kind of things. They also go with the diet. Number 1, Rena. Also, one of the master. They are dietitian. They eat whatever they eat and go and play. At your age of 42. 45, 48, you are not eating healthy. You go and run and be competitive. Why understand? So I'm sorry again to say this. Let them stop. I'm here to say, let them stop. Stop criticizing us. We are trying to build our community. And little boots is what is happening. Little boots is maybe this will be the two things that will be the last one. They also talked about the league in your previous podcast. They talked about the league, about forming of the league. We have leagues. Again, it shows that they are not doing the research. Okay. We have the leagues. We have the LFA. We have the SAB. No, they call it Hollywood Regional League. We have the ABC Motel. We have leagues. Okay. It's not. Maybe other teams cannot go to the league because we have to affiliate. We have the leagues. There's no need for us to come and say, let's have a league that can be in Hammaskral. We have the leagues. We have LFA in Hammaskral. We have LFA in Mososangud. We have LFA. I don't understand. LFA is the start. We have LFA in Gomapan. These LFAs are development leagues. They are trying to build the players. They are trying their level best to build the band. But now they must play football every week. And they're doing that. These leagues are doing that. So there's no need for us to say, let's meet and have, let's form it. There's no need to form a league. We have the leagues. When you move from LFA, you go to the unfortunate part for stress. The unfortunate part for stress, it is because Muhammad Skral, Arsana Tine ABC League. Okay, now I've seen Jackstars, but they cannot accommodate everyone. They cannot. Well, understand. If we had more teams, I always say this. Reference. Yeah, reference, but I'm saying, this is the player. He's playing. He's coming from our own area. Okay, in the last 2 years, we've had Roko, but already Bona, as I'm saying, can I go retire? So now Roko must inspire. Roko, they must inspire the up and coming youngsters. So it's possible. And it's possible. Sometimes I even show my boys the messages from talking to Tsepo Mabua, from talking to Roko. You see, Roko Luken was training here Momatu. And then there's a moment I always remind my boys. There was this time he was giving me a watch, a stopwatch. I give me who that is the small sprints just to run. When you go from that corner to that corner, how many minutes? My boys were there in the training session. Now that the very same player by TV. That's motivation itself. So yeah, we want them to, it's just that, as I'm saying, they don't have time that much. Because Bonaka off season late, but high, let a chance out. But they must inspire these boys. So that who will reference rebel that it out. I'm sorry, it out. And now we have the senior players. It out. But even if we don't have them, it's not a problem, because now the players they the promoter around 17, 18 years. It's not wrong from 17 years or 18 years. Like I'm saying again, that weekend do the very same masters know Pretoria. They don't know. Yeah. So we are doing our part. We are trying our level best. Kisa and Kisina players, the very same number by Balanga. I understand. So we are doing our part. We need them not to criticize, but for them to come here and help. Because like I'm trying we cover and then the last two items the Grootmans by Lunguruba Mohai Bana before now Arnabo. Again it goes back to the very same masters. If Bona Heniba Zala ball na banalba twana baba tools. Ne? Lebona ki duty abona to come now. Or Ndwana ila ari mamang nata go grando by take masters mama nata go nanele mama, because now I remember in your last podcast nelebela like a Steve in that basilica ngao sebela something now when I was playing football that man did a lot for me when I wanted to play professional. That's one guy I always say he's not giving his flowers. I know about thing about my now I'm being personal with you. Now that guy nice hore neither time in the ball Barawisba control but when we are gonna but Stephen na the very same team in the way Acadia Shepherd na but Stephen Angisa training from Rako Jogakolia Petrol High but Stephen am feleta tropo but Stephen ni tropo mara but Stephen Aziakoluya am fele hits and na meter Rako Kitway and Angisa training have another because he must go back to his family and she literally or keep working analytics. He did a lot for me, Brad Steve. He was there for me as a player. He wanted me to play professional. He was there, like the other guy that I also want to mention, Pete Masonga and Brad Pete. I remember there were trials for Soshanguve. That one I will never forget. There were trials for Soshanguve Modifi, Barbanagari Plara. The agent, I don't know if he's still alive. That agent there, Katla Omashio. Not Renisari Plara Musoshanguve. Brad Pete not to Halen Nafru, 6 o'clock. You know, my parents are late now. Nabata stories. But I beat in also Nagama past 5 to 6 o'clock. I'm Kaba training, Ramagamout, or Keta Soka Rapello, or Ketaria training. I'm feeling it. So those people are not giving their flowers. They tried. Ne? And then I feel like Brastifi led Sama Uchoki. He's got a family. He was using his own money to help Batwamai. And then Yabu fell about Brastifi. People disappointed me. My last tournament, or the 2 last tournament, I wanted to honor Brastif. But now I'm not working. I'll explain this. Now I'm not working. I looked for the donors. And I even went, I got to over controversial again. Not I already mentioned it because they got cause friction in the families. But I tried my level best to say the tournament, the poster will say, Jero Apollo Foundation brings to you Steve Kobe tournament. Why understand? Because I feel like for football, he did a lot. That way. Whenever the masters were eating or I see the trailing guy. But there was a point when you don't fit a guy. Banabaheba Hula, Banabahai the mask over. Because he didn't have the support. Now for me, I feel like he didn't have the support. Then because I still speak to him. I see what man, I feel like if and then this is also my plea to the very same masters. The masters people, while you know Brastif. Now I'm here. I'm raising up my hand. I'm here. Come to me. Let's try something to honor Brastif. Let's asapila, asale on. He did a lot for football in our country, but no one, I don't see anyone saying anything or arguing away or something. I'm raising my hand. The tournament, now my tournament is only in Easter. In Easter tournament. Come to me, talk to me. Even if there's a sponsor, why using Brastif? Read something just to honor Brastif. One of the best people in our life. Again, this I think will be the last one, yes, because he covered almost everything. The other thing, when coming to football, the other thing, after that, we'll be talking about the good things. Our people, they must understand. That's why there's this what we call modern football. Yeah, football, not all football changes. I shy away from using the word or football changes. But we must move with times. That is why I know we don't talk about the back lines. That is why I know in under 11. As Gwen as a player in Talango, Coco Jero, under 11 or under 13. Hardly two. He plays right back. They understand.
They understand language.
That's modern football. So, I think Moradisi another 5 hours and the tournament. I thank you for giving me the platform to talk about so I feel like I didn't see it because I watched the last podcast. So I can't really I'm here to tell them about joy.
Okay, no. Hey, Kilowidis. Karabora Matali Shifa. I want to get charity podcast. This is about Barutile, Horoki, William Barfi, homework or something. Coach Jero is a professional coach. And then, in terms of understanding your overlay time, the Tataka Horin. But to level podcast there, and I Kavale or okay, hello, or okay, like I look Samo Lad. Hello, Samoramu. I should an ultra as a research. Urfile on a Moramu. Overlazy H. Mazo. And Brastif. Pete, Bates.
Yeah.
Galileo Havana. I should ultra weakness, and your Intelina Leati. Rally Levoha. Please, guys. Molokonang, Tusang, Leska. The way Coach Jero, the face of football, or the ambassador, right?
Exactly.
Or the ambassador of football, come Hopela, Kating, Okupela or okay, Archarani, or Reska criticize a ritus. But no coach, Kupera into one over challenges. If Moto, right, was a little bopo, fire boponyana, King Onyakov, a cow crack.
Yes, thank you. Please, and then this is a plea. Banaba ke ba mohai ke ba morena itlang ase ba ka ke le one ke khopelo re letle if there's anybody who's willing to help, please re sokodisa ke di soccer kit re sokodisa ke transport or soccer balls di bolo di a senya dire anybody wa batlang contacta as I'm also a tournament organizer, so I know most social media I'm very active. Go Facebook, my account ke CMC Lucas Jero. Ke Facebook WhatsApp and text and call. Obviously, I'm only using one number. I always tell people, I'm only using one number. Number is 073-6255-314. That one, ke number positive. Understand about football, even about life is fine, because also. Market, I mentioned when you are going to talk about the tournament, the mini tournament, we'll talk about those charity wise also. So that number is only for positive things. I'm not saying it alone, but I'm saying that one is only for positive things. I'm trying my level best, and I know there are a lot of people. Baba Mbaksa was mentioning, maybe there are people when I cry, this is this. Back corner, 50 rand. 50 rand goes a long way. I can tell you. Even the Suarez,
Mapadi.
Yeah, Mapadi. The
Yeah,
Gifty
so
is one of the if you go to his WhatsApp, you'll check it. Go mo Mapadi. Mapadi kono moto re bra bafana ba ka ba ya kae kae ke shota 3 clip. Aga mpotso re no ke mo mmereko ngere ke tla ira ke le be lord ki ba yang ke tla etsa. There are people like bo ne bile ke thakaka. There are people like bo marakalla rena re mitsa daza. It's one of the people ba ka tshwenyang go ke go bala batho nna ke ba tshwenyang we have to yeah marakalla even Thabonguna wona Thabonguna yeah Thabonguna ke o mong le ngore when I cry bo then madito those are my age group ba bang vele ba feta mara those are the people when I say re shota 300 re shota 150 and not forgetting o tla le nna re tla lwa ke phela le every day and o mo mentionile le for tournament o mo mentionile le for tournament ya serero Themba Mtimuni is doing a lot and then okay somebody say le abolela okay e boletse le ke again your podcast last e boletse le ke Jero people ba lebella what you have done wrong than what you have done right everybody now le nna le mako waka o ka blame ngor ke ira I'm a normal human being I'm not perfect Themba Mtimuni he tries for example Themba Mtimuni na le 9 hour club what's up and then I know he's not doing it monna fela I know bona bo ba balang bo rani bo mamang wathus let me be honest o ka ba uta ba butsa like he tries to help for example when I host the players awards ka December he helps a lot that guy helps a lot it's either on food or the awards there he helps a lot so Liena last time I told him arna di bolo we went and bought the bolo about Boma 3 or 4 for the club. So he's also one of the people that are trying their level best. So rabat swenya batho and they are willing and ba di dimetse. O ka se ba utlwi ba le go ba bolelo re Jero this and then bona ba long ba criticize most of them they don't do anything but they just stand there and criticize and say one word ratuang go bolong ba criticize go re ja taba that one they know it very well and then now I'm giving them this option go and do research go check all the local clubs go which man where that's the one thing about that we criticize how morning which man why when I say which man you guys thank you man raga subela ke a leboga
okay ka batho bo bohle guys the good Samaritans ke sa le khopela Jero wa bolosho levela ha tsere bana ba 125 o keepa bana busy hele levela generation ya no dinyao peshidi di drugs shidi na a khonne go save bana ba 125 the minimum okay 125 mara the good Samaritans at least we tswering keila mo is more casing o move now ke ratile the example ya Rema Chena are whole goalkeeper ne paradi ball was safe at 9 or kore a 1 belo capitalize amounting a 1 please guys let's really into your level of the negative things are racing positive things is doing some cool and then not come ke boletse le ena and sevela something and o ka tla mar I get o tla mmona ke nya go le sa podcast ye mora ke boletse le ena o ka tla le nna kana question mark o tla mmona mona mo atla I get na ke le stop o super naked so banung is ke sa itse coach ona le something say lo hore okay o batla go se bolela before ke ena mo tournament ya kapsa
I think thank you on my side ke cover really almost everything ndo important ya bo felo ke ona ke netseng go itouta ke bolela we are looking for support come and support us the legends and masters we love you guys we know what you have done for football but abaskanna ka glory or le know the masters they still want us or re ba glorify up until the player dia feta now it's no longer their time they must accept that part so that ba khono thusa bana ba le mo mai because le ba bang ba bona they are here but they mana ba bona but they don't give them the support until bana ba bona number 1 ya bo felo ke yone ke the importance of support please and then parents as a whole more community please if ngwana a participate in sports support him 100%. I don't want to be get into the racial what tsa hore he makhuwa bana ba bona he ba dala ba ida le a re tswe mo yona bona they are privileged re ka no re beao but please our parents banal this thing ya hore sports se senyetsa ngwana nako, and sports can be a career. Our parents don't realize your sports is a career. So I ngwana's girl, but sports I wouldn't be like, I'm not even saying soccer. Sport is a career on its own. And then to the young boys, I'm trying to say we are proud of you. Keep going. Lots of professional, but keep your life intact, man. We are happy. Work for your family. That's how life is. And then I always tell them this. This is what I always tell them. And then ladies, no one is coming here to save you. No one is coming here to save you. So work your sex off. Or bona di tlhobole di go itse di socks tseo di tlhobole o span, then o tlo bona bophelo ba go tlo ba sharp. Other than that, re tlo bolela tse ding ra ya kwa le ra irang, but I would like to say the support, please. All the people, let's support these boys who are playing football, even the girls, because these days we have ladies soccer. Le bana ba itshamekelang soccer are ba support. On that one, before ka tsena mo tournament, ke a leboga.
Okay, no. Why so?
Yeah.
Before it's all up in Kakitan.
Yeah, Kitinch.
Raulebo, Uki Lemunamo, Walabella podcaster, why is that the research?
Yes.
But how would you podcast the arena ne areketimu? What a research, what a morena, or phone. Home Bata 082 96 25 191. Marco, you're tapping something, and now I go to Salajumra. I can only next time we talk about the trophy out with the Mona. Yes. Go for homework, it's a way.
Yeah.
Then where's someone Ote Mona Moloro, Eddie Levia, and on Holy Mo, still is a how. That's why now, Kimita, face of football, the ambassador. Or Manga Ring, I get charity podcast in Motagamuku. Okay, now for the war. Okay, thank you. Now for the wall, just like the Kikanamoyan. Archie trophies. Or what? What's alarm? Kirina, get charity podcast. Rotagats. Yeah. I should be like, what's alarm?
More charity podcast. Yeah, kahe winto itore.
Yeah. It's Timmy Turner from 016 in Team Pitur. Get it.
Hey, yo, it's a boy Kuka PTA Kamargamba Team Pitur. You know who it is from Guru.
Check Max 012. It's a boy DJ Young Master. Awange Master.
Yo, this is the ghost, the one and only.
EAZIDAWG, one of your favorite podcast, charity podcast. Rowena, Kawena.